Welcome to episode 25 of the DMC live chat. Today we're being joined by an empty chair, Lazi's grown a moustache, beard, and long hair, and Mr. Martin Dare. So, good evening, everybody.
Evening, people. Evening, people. Episode 25. Look at that.
Episode 25. Where have they all gone? We have got about time. He's just got back. Look, just back in. You're late, but there he is. We have been joined, thankfully, by Brian from In Search of the Lost podcast. Brian is one of our new members of the DMC, so and already settled in and got his slippers on, his feet warming by the fire. Laz is
table.
Yeah, he's got his feet under the table. Laz is travelling, I believe, between Hungary and
Romania.
Romania, thank you, to see his parents. He may pop on later on, we don't know. Depends what the train schedule's like. Pop into the chat. Good evening to John. Good evening to Ian. Good evening to Mick.
John, Ian.
John,
Mick.
Ian, Mick. Hello.
I've wound everybody up over the last 5 or 6 hours with talking about teams and live chats and stuff like that. So don't worry too much about it. We will sort all that out, and I'll get back to people. But thank you for those that have taken part so far and signed up. Our tavern last night was a bit of a nightmare, technology-wise. I think we're all pulling his hair out because of interference and bad connections. So we've got to look at another alternative. So I'll come to that in a minute. Anyway, so good evening, Luke. Good evening, Martin. Good evening, Brian. Thanks, boys, for jumping on. As always, every 2 weeks we do this. I'll bring up our plan of what's been going on with the donations and so forth shortly, but I'll come up for air and we'll do a round the houses before we delve into a presentation from Brian. So, Luke, you're top of the screen this time. What have you been up to this week, my friend?
Good evening, guys. Good evening, everybody. I'm working on this El Camino at the minute. I managed to get the base coat on. I don't know if you can see there is some little tape down the side. At the minute, I'm working on doing panels.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a bit of a custom job. Done some wheels for it. That's nearly there. Hoping to get that in lacquer tomorrow. And that's all I've been up to. It's been a busy week. How are you, lad?
Look who snuck in through the back door there.
Hi, lads.
Evening, gentlemen.
I thought you was on a train bound for Romania or Hungary or
No, that was yesterday. Oh wait, I turned the phone this way. No, I'm upside down.
Yes, you're upside down. That makes more sense. There you go. You're fine. You're fine.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I literally just finished talking with my mom, and I logged into YouTube to see if you are online. And you just said he's traveling back to Romania, so I said I'll pop in a little bit. I won't stay long. I just got back not so long ago, so
that's all right,
just yes. I just seen Brian is here, and I wanted to say thank you for the boxes he created for me.
No problem.
We'll come to that.
And I did post Martin the package, so it should be there next week. Luke, and actually all of you have something in that box. Brian, Luke, and PJ, and Martin as well.
Thank you very much. Everybody.
Well, it's
everybody's got something in the box, and I have a new phone, so I hope the quality is better.
It sounds really good. It sounds good.
It sounds great.
Yeah, it's a brand new phone. It's a brand new phone.
So if you're watching in the chat, this is what a brand new phone does for you.
Yeah. Yes. So
just watch my mouth.
So I'm sorry to interrupt. Yes.
It's Well, firstly, it's good to see it's good to see that you're safe.
Thank
How's
you.
the family? How's everybody all right?
Yeah. It was a good week. Yeah. I spent time with family, my mom, dad. Yeah, it was good.
Good show. Right. Luke was talking about his El Camino.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I interrupted.
It's all
That's all right,
mate. That's it. That's all I have to say anyway, PJ.
No worries, mate. Sorry if I look a bit. God Almighty, look like I've been dragged through the age backwards. Brian, my friend. Firstly, thank you for joining us. New
problem.
to this, but it looks like it went fairly seamlessly, and you've been able to get on okay. So
Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, one click.
He's now committed, whether he likes it or not, to be a fill-in in case we're short of people to come and join us on a Saturday night.
Anytime at all.
So, Bri, let's bring you into the loop. What you been up to this week, my friend?
Cardboard, mostly boxes. I've bought a few bits and pieces. I won't bore you with them all now. But I did get the nice Dinky Super Toy crane yesterday, the yellow and orange one. I did post that on the DMC channel. Got to pick that up for a couple of quid, so that was great. Needs all the cables. I wanted some advice, actually. I'm not going to turn this into an advice session, but
what we're here for, mate.
The little winders on both sides, they've got like a little sleeve, haven't they? That you can. One's got one, the other one hasn't. Are they? Can you get them or?
Well, I haven't seen them as a spare part. There you can either rob one off a spare one if you've got one. I think I'll have to look. I think I've got a couple of them.
The only thing I thought of, maybe making one out of a rivet head.
You could do, or a bit of brass tubing.
Yep. Okay.
You know, but I'll have a look, Brian. When I go up the shed, probably Sunday or Monday. I've got a couple of them 20-ton cranes. I'll have a look and see if I can pull your handle out. They're easy to get out. The handle, so just twist and pull.
Yeah,
pull them out.
I've done the first lot of decals.
No,
I've got a. Oh, there we go. Sorry. I've got a old body that I'm gonna have a bit of a play about with them, because the thing was, a couple of people were talking about decals, and I know Andy gets pushed from pillar to post with the amount of decals that are demanded, or not demanded, but you know, he does. So I thought if I can share the load with that, but I don't want to send any out to people until I know they're going to be all right. Don't want to ruin anyone's restoration. But mostly, other than that, it's just been boxes. As I prepared a little thing for later on, but yeah, that's me. Just
to bring everybody in the chat up to date, Brian has invested in a Kyocera laserjet printer. He's been printing the 64 scale boxes. You did some 143 scale as well, haven't you, Brian?
Yep. I've done Dinky, Corgi. I made a couple of specials for Laz. I can't even remember what manufacturer.
The Mercury, made in Italy.
Mercury. So I managed to find, but when I do the thing, you'll see how I do them anyway. So you can pretty much, if you've got a half decent printer, I think pretty much anyone can do it. But I mean, subsequent to last night's chat, one of the things I thought is I've got a DVD burner on my PC, because it's an old PC. If once I've got a decent database of things, I could produce a disc. If we sold that for a couple of quid, that could go towards DMC funds, couldn't it? If anyone wants one, I'll happily do the disc.
We will take funds from anywhere.
Yep. For anyone that wants to have a go at it.
I'd like to get the DMC minibus stroke RV before I retire. That'd be great, so we can travel and see Jerry in Texas. All 13 of us, 14 of us, whatever it may be.
Is that the DMC hovercraft then?
Yes, or it'd be a bit like Iron Maiden got his own plane, 747, but I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. But Brian's also taking on the responsibility, whether he likes it or not, of sourcing printers for us. He's been looking at one for. He's been looking for one for me. He's been looking for one for Andy Bourne, who's also does an incredible amount of decals for the group. His generosity knows no bounds, as does most of the people in our community, to be fair.
Hi, Kev. Kev's just
So, we'll come on to Brian's particular skill in a moment, because we've also been talking about something that's non-diecast related as well. So let's move on to Laz, if he's stopping for a short while, because I imagine he's tired.
No,
I
I quickly just put this together, if you can see, with one of the glasses I just received. That's a Matchbox Ferrari.
Oh, that's nice. I like the colour.
I didn't want it to do any diecast today, but I just can't help it. So I put that one together, and I've got some stuff like this one from Martin. Thank you, Martin. I've got the trailer, and in another box, I've got some parts in this box as well from Martin. So I've got the imp. We were talking about Andy. I've got the decals from Andy. These are all decals from Andy. So if he's watching, thank you, Andy. And I will do a video with all these decals, and these are more decals as well. And I've got loads of parts from Steve Flowers. So Martin was kind enough to send me these, the package, which was a trouble. I had to do some extra paperwork, and I paid a lot of money for that tax. So, and anyway, I did send the box Friday to Martin. So PJ, you got one. You got something in the box. Look, you got Brian has got something, and the rest is for Martin.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
So the Manta is in there as well. Look, the white one, the Opel Manta.
Oh, brilliant, mate. Thanks, Laz.
He's a good lad, isn't he? He's a good lad.
And I find the Jaguar for Martin in what was it, red, Martin, or black? Was it red?
Yeah, maroon, isn't it?
Yeah, the maroon. Yeah. So I find that accidentally in a shop. Well, that was the last one. The box isn't perfect, but at least it's a different color.
Did you find the rear door for the minivan?
Yes, it's stick on the imp.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, I didn't know whether you were gonna. I don't want to put it in there and you lose it, but yeah. Okay.
I went to Budapest on that day by train, so I went to the post office with the package to send to you, and then I picked up the other one at the same time, and then I went to the train station, and I opened the box on the train, take all the stuff out, looking at with my mom, and the conductor lady came. She said, "Oh, what are you selling here?" I said, "I'm not selling anything. I'm restoring little cars." And I show her a couple of cars. I had a few restored one with me. And she said, "Oh, it's amazing. Oh, how can you do this? It's so small." And she was excited. So,
famous.
Yeah, well, she didn't recognize me, but yeah.
Did you sell her a t-shirt?
No, I didn't. But I did show her a couple of cars I've just done, and she said, "Oh my God, they look amazing. They look brand new." I said, "Well, that's the plan, to make them look new." It was a good week, and I've done some of these things, and I couldn't wait to come back to bring all this stuff back so I can start doing the matchboxes. And Brian, I need to speak with Brian next week because I have a job for him.
Reasonable rates.
Yeah. I mean,
are there t-shirts about? Are there t-shirts about? I've got a new one. Look, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, you will get mine as well. But I
like that.
Old guys rule.
Yeah, the dark side of the shed. I like that.
Plank Floyd.
So yeah, I will contact Brian next week about the boxes, and we'll make a deal.
Yeah. On a side note from that, it's so encouraging that there's so many side projects going on where people are, talking to each other and swapping stuff. That's fantastic news. You were missed last night, mate. It's good to see you. So welcome back, mate.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you
yeah.
for
I
letting me
did see the
know.
chat because I had a little bit internet, but I said I'm not going to start, talking on. Plus, I had my old phone yesterday. I've done the swap today, so. But I like the phone. It's a bit bigger, and it's brand new. Thanks for my mom. So she helped me to find this one.
Can you
So
would you mind telling us what kind of phone you've had?
it's a Samsung Galaxy A16.
A16, Samsung Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's just worth having a catalogue of devices that people are using, so that if people are struggling with connectivity,
Yeah,
want to upgrade, these are the phones.
I replaced the S10 Galaxy S10. That's nearly 10 years old. So
Okay.
yeah, that was a replacement anyway because I've lost the other one last year. So yeah, I'm happy with this one. It's brand new.
Sounds perfect, mate. Sounds spot on.
Well, it should. I think it should be. Yeah, it should be. It's a brand new phone.
Excellent. Well, and then finally, my good friend, Mr. Martin, Governor.
Evening,
Martin?
people. How are we doing? Right. Obviously done the Lotus last week. I showed this. I showed it last night at Tab, and I show it again now. This is Wednesdays. It's the beach buggy. I've done Dinky beach buggy.
Nice.
Rich colour
there.
Yeah. Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
A good finish on that, Mark.
Yeah, it turned out nice. That one did.
Who painted that? Was it you, Luke, or?
Oh, it behave. It should have a grey canopy on it, but I haven't got a grey canopy, so I made it as best I could. I've done that, and I'm working on the Triumph 1800 Dinky toys. That's for the Dinky challenge. It's just a basic, no interior, no glass one, but I'm going to go through all the processes to drill it out. I've done the caustic soda. I've done showed that, and I'm just doing a bit of filing around, getting some casting lines off. It's going to be more of a sympathetic restoration than anything else. And then it will be the end of month purchases. I've just got a box in today. I bought off eBay. First one this month. I bought off. It was a job lot. There's some interesting things in there. Kevin sent me a donation. Thank you very much, Kev. I know you're watching, mate. Appreciate it. John sent me some biscoffs today. Cheers, John. And he turned up unbroken. So that was cool. So dunking away. I always like to keep biscoffs in the shed, so nobody else can get it. What else we got going on? Hey, bloody hell. Yes, I'm choosing next month's work now. TV challenge. I'm gonna have I might do. I've got a Kermit car. I know Brian's going to bring me over Fozzie Bear, but I think just for a laugh, I might do the Kermit for the TV
might
car.
actually also have a Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy's, yeah, because that'll be the trio then, won't it? Well,
You're going to need to figure out you are, Dare, for all these parcels that you're getting delivered on behalf of everybody else.
What I might do then, Brian, I might choose another TV car, and then if you do get Miss Piggy and that and bring over Fonzie, then I'll do a triple. I'll do a three. Just for a laugh. I know some people won't like it. They go, but it's be all right. It's my channel.
Whatever you want, mate. You do whatever you want.
So I just wanted something different for a TV challenge rather than the usual stuff, So we'll have a look. So that's me at the minute.
Okay, I haven't really got a lot to report other than the fact that I'm working on the Dinky challenge. I think doing 2 in 2 is a bit of a result for me. It's usually 1 in 6 of these challenges that I get done just lately, it seems. So I'm doing a Dodge Royal sedan that's been stripped back. It was the police version for those that are quite specific, but I filled the police siren hole in and the aerial at the back with some filler, proper car filler, and I need to sand that down now, and then it's ready for priming. And one of the suggestions that we talked about what colour to paint it, and somebody said bronze. I like that idea. So I think I'm going to do a bronze body with a white roof and white fins, and then obviously chromed up around the chromed parts. So there's that. The bulk of my week has been getting the DMC guest quarters decorated for my friends that are coming up. Martin's due to come up in March, I think.
End of March, 27th. I think when 29th is we're going to Dagfields, won't it? So it'll be the 28th.
Yeah, we're going to Dagfields. We talked about March, and then we talked about the last week in March, because hopefully it's a bit bloody warmer than it is at the minute, because up here we're dithering. It's so cold up here just the last 2 days. And then in April, for those that are interested and want to join us, we're having a DMC road trip to the NEC.
I'll be up for that one.
There you go. So Martin and Brian are pretty much on the way there. It's pretty straightforward for them. As if Luke might be coming down and stopping over here, and then we'll go down to the NEC. And then I'm inviting Brian up to talk about something that's got nothing to do with diecast. We're going to be looking at fishing and stuff like that. Yeah, boring.
While listening to Bohemian Rhapsody, Martin.
While listening to Queen. Yeah. Bohemian Rhapsody on loop. Yeah. That's Carp love Queen, apparently, Brian. I don't know how true it is.
I don't believe you went there. I don't believe you went there.
you got your reputation precedes you, Mr. D. It's true. What else we do? There's lots of behind the scenes work going on developing the group with skills, software, all this kind of thing. As I mentioned earlier on, Brian talked about printing boxes. So we've gone from having nothing that we share between us to sharing decals, boxes, spare parts, you name it. Lads sending over cars and vice versa, helping each other out. So I can't thank the guys enough for that, for everybody that gets involved in that. It's brilliant. And we're looking at replacing, for those that come to the tavern on a Friday night, which is our virtual online abuse centre. You can put it that way if you like. It's our pub. We have a pub, and those that come to it on a Friday night make it worth looking forward to every Friday night. But the technology behind it is starting to grind and creak at the seams. We use Messenger. It is a pile of we're on YouTube, aren't we? It's a pile of poo at the moment. So we need to look at an alternative. I'm looking at investing in Teams, Microsoft Teams. I know we've got some how do I put it? Not obstructions, but concerns. But we'll work through them best we can. So have a bit of patience, guys. If you haven't got a phone, if you haven't got a device that doesn't work at the minute, we've now started to get people like Brian on board that's got tech skills like I have as well. So we can share some of the support out if Brian doesn't mind. And also, Laz found a solution for Martin the other week on the Android phone to swap the screen around, and that worked out. So everybody's helping everybody. It's just a case of don't jump down anybody's throat, like we say in the tavern in the DMC. It's all about having a little bit of patience, be kind to each other, and we'll try and iron these problems out as we go along. Brian.
Well, just one thing on the swapping stuff. Me being the newest here, I mean, the one thing that obviously you do notice is how expensive everything is. Now, even someone like me that's only been collecting properly again for a while, have got excess. I mean, invariably, when you buy a job lot, you end up with this much stuff that you want and this much stuff that you don't necessarily want. So if we can help each other with those bits, so you haven't got to buy the Steve Flowers and all the other parts.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know, that I think that would be that's why I wanted to do the box thing. Because it's expensive enough hobby as it is, isn't it?
I mean, the point that you raised, it's the same point for any of us, that if you cover, as long as nobody's trying to be a millionaire off the back of this,
No.
but we've got some incredibly generous people that help us out on a month-to-month with our licensing and stuff like that. 4 of them, including me, are online tonight. So my thanks, as are some of the guys that are in the chat that help towards our licensing costs on a monthly basis. You've seen our. I'll bring it up in a bit before we finish off. But my thanks to the guys that help support us. At the moment, we're licensing one piece of software. If we need to license teams, then there may be a cost incurred there. But anyway, the point is that if people are posting stuff out and it involves printed on card that they have to purchase, it would help if there is a donation to that person, at least to cover their costs, or if not, to the DMC fund. It's entirely up to you. Whatever you agree with the person that's providing the service, the likes of Andy, the likes of Brian, the likes of Kev, who must have a bucket load of good evening, Kev. Sorry, I didn't say good evening earlier on. Who's got a bucket load of spare parts because of what the nature of the builds that he does.
They're all Jaguar parts.
Tush. Good evening, Jerry. Good evening, Russ. Sorry, my friends.
Jerry,
Gents.
Let me just flip back before it all gets all soppy and sentimental again. Good evening, gentlemen. How is everyone? So that's Ian. John Lads, blah blah blah. Ross, IPJ, Luke, Martin, Ian, John, Lads, blah blah blah. Everybody, the irregular regular, they're all here.
Everybody.
Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again.
Where is the mute for the microphone? Where is it?
The European. Martin, Ian saying, Martin and Luke, your thin chrome tape will be in the post Monday, boys.
We are Europeans.
No,
PJ, we are Europeans.
Just you, only you. Try using the parts, Brian, from old biro pens. They might work, if that makes sense, Brian. Old biro pen parts.
Yeah, you can use biro pen. I mean, I've used the springs out of biros, and I've used the caps.
We used the spring, didn't we, the other week?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, when you found one. And then you can use, if you've got the big biros, you can use the caps off the top for beacons. And you can use the tubes at the actual base. You can paint them up and use them as lows for your lorries. You know, there's all sorts of things you can use.
There's actually some really cheap, transparent, angled paintbrushes down the range, and they're ideal for sirens. And you can get the red, blue, and green ink from the range as well. So you dip it in, let it dry for a few days, because it can rub off if you're not careful.
That's the part.
That's it. Yeah. That's the bit.
That one obviously is missing.
Yeah.
It's like a brass barrel, then, is it?
Yeah, it's like it's the top of a rivet, but it's much stronger.
Yeah, what they've done is that they push it on and they pin over the end of it. It's just it's a shape. It's actually brass, that one.
Right. Yeah.
Brian, I may have this model. I'll have a look later on. I'm happy to send you the whole lot if you need.
It's all sorted, lad. It's all sorted, mate.
Martin reckons he's got a couple, but thank you, lads.
Save your postage, mate.
I'll have a look as well.
Hold that thought for the time being, and if it don't work out, I'll get back to you, lads. But bless you, thank you, mate. Well, Kev saying, good evening, guys. Good evening, Kev. It's good to see you, mate. In the chat. Okay, Martin.
I'm
There
just
was-
trying to make good points with Brian for the boxes he needs to do.
That's what it is. That's what it
I'm
is.
happy to do them, lads.
Here we go.
As long as it's not 3,000 of them.
It's really
like
coming
300
through here.
boxes, please. Like 300 boxes, and I'll send you a tyre in exchange.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
at
even
least
go
I'm
there with
honest.
tyres.
I'm honest.
Wait. So Russ saying, Martin, there was one Muppet model with Animal, the drummer, too.
Oh yes. Yeah, I can't find him though, Russ.
Jerry saying, hello, chaps.
All right, Jerry.
Mickey's jumping in with a dig at Mr. Dare. Nothing wrong with Bohemian Rhapsody. Kevin said, one of the greatest songs around.
Here we go.
Agree. And Kev saying, yeah, thanks, PJ. Plenty of Jag spares.
Right, you're all banned. Go on, clear off.
You're off his Christmas card list, Kev. You know that, don't you? Bless. Right. I don't think we've had a bit of... Go on, lass. You going to say something?
No, I just wanted to say that I used to put a corgi there with Miss Piggy, and I can't find it now. I think the missus put it somewhere. I have the corgi one with Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
I just can't find it now.
I've got the Citron. I've done the Citron with the guys in it. I've got, like I say, I've got the Kermit, and hopefully Brian will find Miss Piggy, and he's got Fonzie. I've got Noddy in his
Fozzie,
car.
mate.
Fozzie,
Yeah, all right, yeah, whatever.
You are aware
And,
that the screen's broken on it.
Why the hell is Fonzie
Don't
in
worry
the
about the screen.
Okay.
I've got
Carry on.
I've got oh my god, I've got Noddy, and I've got big ears on his bike. And I'm got oh, here we go. Who else have I got?
Sorry, mate. Carry on.
I can't remember who else I got now. Yeah, in one of the Noddy cars, I've got the Tom and Jerry, the small Matchbox one. But on one of the Noddy cars, I can't remember who done it, but they did two. They did one with a bear in the boot, and one with a gollywog in the boot on the Noddy one, if you remember. So
on one of the selling sites, someone's selling the Pink Panther from your Pink Panther car.
What the actual Pink Panther itself?
£10 for the.
I know they're expensive.
That big.
Yeah, but just imagine how much you could make if you 3D printed or made
Tell
a
you
mold.
what, they come up. They're like rock and horse food, and they come up very rarely. And the last time I saw them come, there was 25 quid. So I've got the car, I've got the screen, I've got the pool, but I haven't got the flipping Pink Panther.
There you go, Lukey.
I'll see if it's still available then.
Pink Panther.
Nice job.
It could be a Pink Panther specialist.
Yeah, we've got the aging on PJ.
Right, enough.
Brian will end up doing more boxes than Amazon. Yeah, probably not wrong. Corgi's Basil brushes his car is a good one, Martin.
Yeah, Basil brush, yeah, boom boom.
Right, moving on. So let's bring up our.
I told you, fill the timing. You worried about filling the time.
I know.
So fill the timing. You start talking gibberish.
Well, it's good, and there's a good sense of humour going on tonight as well. So that's good. Joe saying, Martin, I'm on the animal. The drummer car. Jerry said he's on it. He'll look. I'll find it.
Oh, cheers, Jerry. Good man.
What's great? Oh dear me. Really,
Right,
Mr. Jerry? All right, I'll go for it. By the way, what's green and smells like pork? I hope somebody's got the answer for this. Don't make me read it out. It's got something.
I'm not reading it out.
It's got something to do with Kermit and. So
yeah. It's a family show, Jerry. It's a family show, Jerry. Behave.
Don't get me banned, mate. Martin, you done the roundabout car?
Yeah.
Yeah,
another
magic
one of
roundabout car, the Citroen.
you
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Normally have their ears broken on Dylan, don't they?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I've got another one as well somewhere. But I tell you what, he was a bugger to put in that Dylan, you know, because his feet are so flipping big. But it's the same car. It's the same car they use for the Tour de France. It's a red one. And it's the same casting. Obviously got different wheels on it, but same casting.
I noticed when you were dismantling that, when you took the screen out, it actually said France on the
It does. Yeah. It's a good little build actually. It's a bit of a fun build. It's all right.
Martin, just to
Yes.
polish your ego, you know what my mom said when I was watching your video?
What?
Oh, he has a very nice voice, this guy. I
Don't
said,
beat
"Oh,
it, lad.
Martin." I said, "Don't be
beat it.
ridiculous."
Oh dear.
Yeah, she said,
Thank you.
"Oh, he's got
Thank
a
you,
very
Mrs.
nice
Ladd.
voice." Yeah, no, it's my mom.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Your mum.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Mr.
she said,
Mr.
"Ah,
Ladd.
very nice voice." Oh,
Can I say? You got me all
Okay.
embarrassed now. I'm all embarrassed.
Oh,
Sit on up there.
right. Moving on. Get away from that all of a sudden.
Quick. Yeah.
Quickly. Special
Oh.
shout out goes to this month's benefactors. When I say this month, this was the end of last month. And it's just our support card. Who helped support the DMC by donating £2 to £5 through PayPal to aid in supporting our running costs. Some bloke called PJ, Mr. Ian Ollie, Mr. Lazi-low Paxi. He'll tell me if I get it wrong. Mr. Luke Thompson, Mr. Martin Dare, Mr. Tony Hughes, Mr. Lee Jackson. And on a note there, spoke to Lee today. He's all well and good, so that's good news.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good
Mr.
news.
Brian Dre, who is on screen with us tonight. Good, thank you, Brian. John Hatwell and Fraser Martin. Contrary to beliefs, his name isn't Martin Fraser. Facebook wouldn't let him get away with Fraser Martin. And I think I haven't missed anybody. Ian, Ollie, yes, I've got everybody there. Thank you, guys, for supporting us. If you would like to be a benefactor and get your name mentioned on a card like this at the end of our monthly gallery videos, then by all means, I need to hide why is our portraits come up. Let me see if I can. There we go. Apologies. If you'd like to become a benefactor and help support our running costs, please use the link paypal.me/DMC admin. And my thanks as always, some bloke called PJ. So there we go. Back to our main screen. It means a lot. It helps us keep us running. It keeps us pay the bills around here. And we may be looking at adding the costs anyway. And Mr. Luke Sampson would like to come back with something.
2 seconds, mate. Go and get me charger. I'm going to go.
All right, mate. It wasn't the £1,000 offer I was expecting. If it's just a car charge, it's just a phone charger. But there we go. Martin, I'm on the animal. The I'll find it. Oh, there we go. Got that. Settle down, boys. Settle down. Right. So
who said that? Settle down.
Jerry. Yes. Right. I think Michael is also offering to join us unexpectedly. So I'm going to send Michael a link, and that will help fill the time out a little bit, I guess, as well. Somebody's phoning me. Calling me. Brian, you're calling me. Don't know why he's calling me. Don't know what happened there, but I'm getting a phone call from Brian.
It wasn't him.
It wasn't him, was it? No, okay.
What?
Did you call a PJ?
No.
Yeah, okay. Bizarre.
I've just got my phone, but I haven't called it.
It might have been a pocket call. So we might get joined by Michael in a minute. Now, Brian,
Before you start, PJ, before you start, I think I will leave now. And I shall see you next Friday.
All right, my friend. No worries.
And it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure being here. But I'll wait till Luke gets back because he gets upset if I leave without saying
That's
goodbye.
all right. Well, Michael's just come online, so if you want to jump...
He's not the top restorer anymore. He's Scaled Customs.
he's just.
I thought he was Diecast Rival.
Yeah. Oh no, he has a new panel every week. So we'll. So there's Michael who's jumped in for.
Michael, yes.
I'm not sure, but Michael's just turned up.
Michael.
All right,
Morning,
Michael.
Michael.
Good evening,
It's good
gentlemen.
to see you, mate.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Have a good weekend. And
Yeah. Take care, guys. Yeah. I'll
later.
see you next Friday.
The phone is spot on, mate. This phone is spot on. So
Thank you.
Speak to you in the week, lads.
Yeah. Next week. Yeah, I will text you, Brian. Cheers.
No worries.
I need to find out how to log off now.
I tell you, it's a good job. I got them. It's a good job I saved them boxes, lads. Then, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Because you're going to need them with all them that Brian's going to be doing for you.
now
Yes.
he doesn't know what to do with the phone now. Look, he's got
No.
idea. He could be here for the next 25 minutes trying to log off.
I know now.
Oh, going all around the house.
I think I know.
There's his forehead. Yes. Well, looks like the more.
Is it still here?
Yeah.
When you're ready,
Leave now.
when you're ready, lads. When you're ready, mate.
Yeah.
All right, Michael.
You didn't really.
Hi,
There he
PJ.
goes. There he goes. Right.
Oh, JMO.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do
Michael.
this officially. Michael, good evening. Good morning. Good to see you.
Yes. Good evening, good morning, good night.
Leaked on. Ian saying, "Take care, lads. Nice to see you, mate." Man saying, "Evening." Who have we missed?
JMO.
Where is he? Where's Shaky Hands? Shaky Hands Shed Model Railways. Evening, JMO. How are you, mate? Good to see you.
Demo.
The regulars are all gathering in the chat. Right. Well, before we go into, I was going to leap onto Brian, but not physically, obviously. Oh, that's wrong. Michael, before we go any further, what have you been up to this week, my friend?
Well, last night after being in the tavern, I finished off. Well, not quite finished, but 1974 Holden HQ panel van in the colours of the one that I used to have myself.
Nice.
It's all 3D printed.
Wow.
Very nice.
And to give it the shine, all I've done is paint it on some of the self-shining floor polish, the same sort of stuff that we use for our window unit or our die-cast vehicle.
Right.
Yeah.
My grades in the Australia Die-Cast salvage, the ISO Griffo from Corgi Toys, where I 3D printed the tyres. I also, during the week, uploaded a video for the Die-Cast International Builders Love Bug event, so I'll put up a beetle there. Currently on the bench, I've started to take apart a Corgi Toys VW 1500 Carmen gear. I've painted new wheels for that. I have an army of drivers.
Yeah.
So I'm not short of drivers anymore. I'm short of vehicles for them to fit. They were mainly tests, because those drivers were originally a 1 to 150 scale, which is I think either Z or Engage. I think it's Engage with the railway buffs. Just resized them up to well. I was using this as my test. The size of the drivers.
Yeah, Spitfire. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
all.
did notice though, Michael. I did notice though, Michael, that depending on what vehicle you got, they are different size drivers. I mean, you got the Fiat Jolly, theirs quite small. You got the Triumph Spitfire, which is about average size, and then you got some of the other ones that are slightly bigger or slightly smaller. They don't seem to stick to a scale on their drivers. Really strange.
No, they don't. Hence why so I made them slightly different scale. Like the driver. I'll try and hold this up without these drivers falling out. The two drivers which I have in there, they're both from a 1 to 150 scale. One of them I enlarged 200%, and the other one was 250%. They came out about both the same size.
Yeah.
When you go on to scale conversions, the proper scale is from 1 to 150 is 304% to get to supposedly a 143 scale.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to get at with it. Anyway, Professor, I'm the experimenter.
Yeah, you're the professor, mate. Yeah, you're the pro, professor. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call myself a pro on the hat. I'll admit to that.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen Breaking Bad, you know where this is going. So, thanks, Michael.
But that's about it on the workbench. Otherwise, it's just ideas going up in here.
Righto, we haven't talked about a featured car this week or that kind of thing. But I have nothing to hand. However, Brian is going to, when he comes back, we'll just shoot the breeze until Brian comes back. There is a reason why he's joined us. He's going to talk about a role that he's took on doing boxes. So we'll wait for that for a second. Let's just nip into the chat. And John is saying hi, JMO. And JMO is saying, am I getting myself in trouble here? Hand pink waving, hand pink waving, hand pink waving.
That's
Fair
Pink
enough.
Panther, isn't it? That's Pink
Oh,
Panther.
right, okay.
He's got his arm. He's got his arm up in the air like that.
Right, I don't know where I was going with this because people lead me astray. Ian saying the Olden certainly looks like a larger version of the Mark.
That's exactly what I thought.
Escort van, I think. Russ saying Michael could be a short or tall person. Could be a short or tall person driving.
Yeah.
Yes, good. Yes. Or the kids. Or the kids in your car. You know what I mean? Could be
Well, you take the Volvo, Corgi Volvo with the Saint driving it. They've actually cut a hole in the window unit, so he put his head in it. So you know what I mean? If you take one of them apart, you'll see it's got a little hole where his head goes in it.
Gemma says, just saying hello. Yes, but I know you, and just saying hello doesn't sound like just saying hello. Wow, it is a bit. Yeah, it is a piece bigger, isn't it? Yeah.
It looks more similar to the back end of the two van, the Matsu Escort van. The back end does anyway.
Right. Yeah. So, Brian.
Yeah, but one's a Ford and the one that I made was a Holden. They're rivals.
There is a reason why Brian specifically has joined us this week, and he wants to talk about, or we asked him, or as we ask people if they've got something they'd like to demo on the channel to come and join us. And Brian, bless him, that almost sounded like Brian Blessed then, didn't it? You know, it sounded, yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, he's alive. Flash is
alive.
Sorry,
Yeah.
bad.
Certain age.
Well, you got a good Queen soundtrack, by the way. That has
Yeah.
as well. Yeah. Brian is going to pass on his current knowledge of boxes. So
this might be where it all falls down, though. So I'm going to try and link my phone now in, but I don't know whether it's going to accept it because it's the same person. So let's
or alternatively, if you're talking on your PC at the minute, you could share your screen and do it that way.
Oh, can I do it that? Like
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
That spells disaster, then, doesn't it?
Now here's the challenge. If Mr. Dare can do it, anybody can
yes,
do it.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. He's quite right here.
3 buttons, top screen.
There's an option to share your screen.
Was that printer any good you went and seen today, Brian?
She never got back to me. I've messaged her again today.
Oh,
Right,
look at that! Look at
so you
that.
can see it all.
Right.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Got it. Is everybody watching that? Everybody can see
Yes.
it? Right, fantastic. Okay. So let's get rid of that.
You know, it's worth every penny of our monthly fee that we pay for it, isn't it? Although I think we may have lost Michael off the end of the screen. No, he's back again now. And now we've lost Brian. Where'd you go, Brian? Come back. There he is. There he is.
Back. Yeah.
He's back.
Click the wrong button. Yeah, there we go.
Oh no! Not that. Click the wrong.
That's what he's doing.
Right, let me find. Right, there we go. Now I've got the right screen. Right, okay. So let's try it again. Right, so. No, that ain't working. It ain't picking up my browser at the moment. Hang on a sec.
No, I'll give you. There's no panic, mate. Don't worry.
Don't
Gordon's alive.
you love technology?
Ugh.
That's the phrase I was looking for. Gordon's alive. Yes. Brian, bless him.
Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong now.
Go back 1 minute.
Yes, time travel.
Yeah.
And I had it all prepared.
You know what the irony is? We know it works because we've just done it.
I know.
This is the DMC, mate. Nothing goes right.
Nah. It's all right. Don't.
Right, it appears I can't. Now I've got 2 of me. I'm echoing.
Do you want to log and come back?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out.
All right, mate. No worries.
Put your right leg in, your left leg in, shake it all about.
No, but anyway,
I'll remove you, Brian. Then
that's my baby.
Cheers, mate. Yeah.
Let's,
Yeah, get out of here.
no, I can't even do that.
Now we got Brian all the way full up.
Yeah,
Just
The whole screen.
you know, it's easy to be a critic. You know what I mean?
Oh, stop it, you can't.
I can't remove him.
It's
So
got loops,
I think I've sorted it.
Go for it.
Right, here we go.
Thank God for that.
Oh.
You mean to say there is one?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it on my phone. I know how to do it that way.
You go for it,
Right.
mate. You go for it. He hadn't got grey hair before he joined the DMC, and now he will have. He will.
Yeah, you'll have a proper one of these next.
We'll wait for him to come back.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the radio in the street, I'll say this is all dead air.
White space, yeah. Could be a short or two. Jeff saying hello, Gordon live. Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back. He's back.
There we go.
There we go.
Right.
A bit heavy sigh. And there he goes again. So it's
Technology
Yeah.
at its best, isn't it?
We're flying tonight. It's just like the tavern all over again.
And now, so now we go for
Yeah. You know when when you
Need
used
to
to have a
get some
little girl on
sponsors.
the BBC who was colouring in the card, the trade transmission
Oh, the
card.
test card. Yeah.
Yeah, we want one of them. That's what we're missing.
Right.
Welcome back, Brian.
I do not know what is going on with this because I've got restream just about everywhere, but it won't pick up my browser, so I can't show you the browser, which is the pain in the ass. But what I'll do is I'll do it this way round. Right. So imagine that you found a template. Imagine you found a template that you want online. Why won't it share that bloody screen? Right. No. Right. Okay.
But he's probably not using Chrome.
So effectively, what happens is you find that.
Yes.
That is what you're looking for. Now, what I've done is I've accentuated the edges with a big black marker because the black lines are the cut lines. That's where you cut around. The dotted lines are the fold lines.
Fold lines, yeah.
Now, that's done on just a little sheet of paper because obviously I didn't want to waste the card, but that is effectively what you're looking to achieve. Now, on that video on my channel, I show you exactly it. I use a thing called Thumbs Plus, but obviously people use Photoshop. Doesn't matter what software you use, but what you're trying to do is if you type in whatever model it is into Google, you'll find an image for it. You'll find an image of the car and you'll find an image of the box. Ooh, Mr. Dare. Nice test card.
Yeah, thanks for that, Mark. That's a big help.
Right, so let's try it the other way around. So if that doesn't work, this might work. So, can you see me screen? I know it's a bit bright, but you can see the screen. So so there we go. So there is a Google search for images.
Yep.
There's Luke's Batmobile, which I've been looking at. And what I did was I created a folder on a program that I use called Thumbs Plus. And there's all your images there. So you find a box like that. Now that's upside down and opened up. So you can't use that. Well, actually you can. With this program, you rotate it by 180 degrees. And it brings it the right way around. I'm hoping you're getting all this because obviously I can't see what I'm showing you. Right. Then what you do is you cut around the box. You just move your mouse pointer so you try and include all the box and then hit crop.
Yep.
And then you end up with one side of your box. And what I do is I've got ready-made templates like this one's for you, PJ. That one. Shadow Mobile. And all you literally do is, because you've obviously cut that other image, because you've got, where is it? It's that one there, I think. Yep. If you go copy, and then on this one, paste it, you can drop that in its place, get it up to the edges,
Scale it.
and then scale it back to where it was, which is there. And then this one going back going back that way. It can be a bit fiddly sometimes, but there you go. So that is now on that image. So that box that didn't seem usable is now eminently usable. The other thing that'll happen, let's get rid of that again, so we don't want to keep that. Other thing that'll happen is you'll find an image like that. And because it's not fully square, if you bring up your rotate button again, let's bring it up here so you can see it. There's the rotate button. So rather than 180 degrees, if you go sort of plus 3 degrees.
So you can do it by degree.
And so what you can do is there, now that's straight.
Yeah.
Or almost straight. Some boxes, obviously, you're going to have that problem, but you will find one that you can use. I promise you. There's so many images of boxes out there. You will end up finding the right one. So that's that. And as I say, this is my bit of software, and it's just because I've used this for years, and I know how what I can and can't do with it, so I stick to that one. Let's get rid of that.
So just to recap there, if we could just take a step back for a minute, Brian.
Yep.
What software to get to this stage before you've printed it, etc., etc.? What software have you used up to this point? You mentioned Thumbs Plus.
I use Thumb Plus, but you can literally use any photo manipulation software.
Yeah.
There's Adobe, there's Photoshop. Any of those will do pretty much what that one does, and probably do it better, because Photoshop's really old. That's 10 years old, that program, but I love it because I know the ins and outs and what I can do. I can change colors, I can enhance colors, I can sharpen images, I can do whatever. So that's why I use it.
So Thumb Plus is a Windows program that helps users organize, search, and manage images, videos, fonts, and vector files.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that a freebie, do we think, Brian?
Now it probably is free, to be perfectly honest. It's that old. I bought it seriously. I bought it 10 years ago, and the license is still current.
So it's still a live piece of software.
Yeah. So as I say, going back to this, you end up with that.
Yeah.
Then you cut it out. Now, in all honesty, in the same way we were talking about, do you show a caustic soda bit in your video every single time? I don't see the point in cutting that out on screen, because people know how to cut out a cardboard box. But what I will say is, where those black lines are, you do have to cut that way. There you go. You do have to cut that bit, because obviously that's the bit where the flap folds. So sometimes it gets a bit scary because it looks like you're cutting into the box, but you're not. You're actually just creating the flap. So where those normally the little thin lines that you can see there, that's what I use for the boxes. But because we were on here, I sort of use a big felt marker just so you can see the edges. And that is the big black line all the way around it is what you cut out. And when you do that, you end up with that.
Yeah.
And then literally all you do on the other lines, these ones here, so along here, and along here, you just create fold lines. And what I use the blunt end, like the opposite side of a knife, just to score it a little bit. And then effectively what you get is a little fold and another fold and another fold. So then it all goes together.
It's the kind of thing Paul Restorer does, isn't it? When he cuts his boxes.
So there's your box. There's your flaps going over. There's your lid. There you go. And there is your finished box.
Well done, mate. Excellent.
But equally, I mean, anyone that's here is probably a DMC member. They can see that I'm on DMC. If there's anyone got any questions or wants any help, if they message me, I'll step them through it.
We're trying to get as I mentioned last night at the tavern, we're trying to get 2 or 3 people with 2 or 3 versions of a printer or a 3D printer, so that we've all got the same kind of kit to provide all the same kind of spares and repairs. Really.
For the latecomers, I also say, there you go, I've started doing some decals now as well. So but I'm not going to send these to anyone until I tested them myself, because I don't want to mess up anyone's.
You're going to need to lacquer them. You're going to need to lacquer them, though, aren't you, Brian?
Not with laser.
Not with laser. No, it's the jet one.
Okay.
No, you say that though. I mean, I'm still tempted to put a layer of lacquer on.
Well, this is what I'm going to play with, PJ. I'm going to try it without and see if there's any movement of the colours. If there is, then I'll lacquer it.
I think the only movement you'll find will be when you cut them out to the size that you want off the sheet. It's if you're going to get a problem, it will be bleeding where you cut it round for the shape. Yeah.
When you lacquer it, you're lacquering the surface of the paper.
Yeah.
When you cut out the individual elements, those edges are not sealed like the surfaces anymore.
Right.
So it's worth putting them on something like a cocktail stick with some blue tack on, and just seal
Okay.
gently around the edges, like,
I'll try that too.
and let them stand for.
But the other thing I was going to say is, if you're going to have a go at boxes, don't scrimp on card. I did get some cheap stuff, and as Mr. Hully will attest, the first lot I did, the box shapes and everything obviously were perfect, but the printing was awful. So you want something with almost like I'm not saying photographic paper, but something with like a semi sheen.
Yeah.
So that's the ivory one that I managed to pick up. That's out of the range. And that's brilliant. And the other thing, I don't think, although luckily we've got the laser printer, I did investigate whether you can use ghost toner. Now, for those that don't know what ghost toner is, decals come in two forms: clear water decals and white based water decals. The clear based ones, obviously, you can print just about anything on, but you can't put white on it. So you can't print white on a dark background. So most people print them on white paper and cut round them. A ghost cartridge is effectively a black cartridge that's been filled with white toner. So when you print black, it prints white. But there's only, as far as I'm aware, there's only two printers or two makes of printers that do it, and one's Oki, and I can't remember the other one.
And there's only one company that produces ghost cartridges.
Yeah,
and because of that, they can charge you whatever they like.
Absolutely,
an extortionate amount.
I'd like to add a little bit to that. Toner Station will sell you a empty black size cartridge for an Oki printer, and they'll also sell you the white powder to go in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where do we stand with our Kyocera printer, Bride? Does that take a ghost cartridge?
This I don't know.
Okay.
No.
At the moment, there
No.
isn't a commercially available one.
Right.
But whether we could do one, I don't know. But apparently, the only other way around it is, I mean, I know Andy does a lot of planes. What he tends to do is, if he's doing a roundel, he'll cut out a white roundel first, put that on the model, and then print off the blue and red one, and then put that, so a decal on a decal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give you the white background.
A lot of people do that to get away with it.
Yeah.
You can do white on white, if that makes sense. If you've got like a red rectangle and put white text in it, and you put it onto a white model, then the white will show through. Bizarrely enough.
I'm not convinced on that, PJ. Because the ink's got no way of creating white.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't print. It leaves blank. So
so you're talking using white decal paper?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because the translucent one obviously hasn't got any color.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So what's he saying? If you want to get a more period finish, then if the decal is sound, then the image will look about the same as an original sticker from either Dinky or Corgi. They were never lacquered. The only reason we lacquer them is, as Martin mentioned, is to stop the ink from bleeding, which is what can happen.
But just to finish off, PJ, what I am going to do over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to play about with different stuff and see if there's ways of. I mean, obviously, the trouble is when we have these conversations, it's like we've had them in the tavern, so it's like repeating it.
Yeah.
And some people haven't been privy to the earlier one, but at the moment, I can print these boxes, but I can't print the big boxes because obviously I can only put a sheet of A4 through mine. But equally, I might be able to work it so that you get two sheets of A4 to make a bigger box.
Yeah,
maybe, but I'll have to experiment with that. But I can do the small boxes with the acetate in now. I did the DAF one, which is in my latest video because I made one. Ian very kindly sent me a DAF city car, and I made a box for it, and it came out really well.
If you can cover 64 scale and 143 scale,
yeah,
you're on a winner. I mean, after that, there's not many people that go in after 1/25 scale or 1/18 scale, that kind of thing.
I'm thinking of the bigger models like your Shadow Mobile. I don't think they fit into a box because obviously some of the Shadow Mobiles came with the acetate box, didn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I think you've done a cracking job there, mate. So that's off to you. Well done.
Right, let me adjust this bloody camera again.
Right.
There we go. Right.
So, excuse me, if anybody's got a process they'd like to come online and talk about, like I did the window screen. What we're going to do, kind of going off on one now. What we're going to do is build up a library of processes so that we're not. One of the concerns that we talked about last night is whenever we're doing videos on our own channels, you're doing the same thing over and over again. So whether it be tap and dye in a post, whether it be polishing a windscreen, some people like to see that process from start to finish. Other people will go, well, I'd like to see what it looks like, and I want to see what the car looks like at the end. So there is a possibility that we can link back to a library of procedures and processes for cleaning windscreens, doing decals, you name it. So if anybody wants to come up with a video, it needs to be about 5 minutes long to cover a process. Let us know. We'll get people online and we can go through it. So
I'll make a raw footage one with none of my gubbins on, and I'll send it to you, and then you can put DMC badge it if you want.
Well, I know that Luke's itching to hear from Mercedes again, so I may purchase that voiceover software that comforts him.
It's got to be.
Didn't that other one work?
Well, just 2 secs. See you, Mick. See you on Friday. His battery's about to go. So no problem.
See you, Mick.
What was you saying, Mick? Mark,
Mick.
Sorry.
That other program that you were going to use. One that I can't remember the name of it. The one that I sent you. You said you're going to do.
Yes, I haven't. I haven't looked into that yet. It's a good job you remind me because I have to. I'll hold my hands up, Michael. So I forgot all about it. I will have a look at it. There's 2 pieces of software that I was fortunate enough to use when I worked for a certain company. One was called Natural Reader, where you can basically take a bunch of text and post it onto a website, and then it comes back with proper speech, AI's generated speech. And the other one was a piece of software where we created animated videos, Vyond, VYOND. But unfortunately, that's £1,000 a year, so it's well out of our reach. But I used to love doing the animated videos. You'll notice when we do the gallery, there's an animated opening and that kind of thing. That was all done in a product package called Vyond. Oh, there we go. That's some good news. Sorry, I've just seen in the text in the chat. John Atwell, bless you, John. I've done it, PJ. I got Teams on Play Store. Well done, you. Well done, John.
Well done, John.
We'll see.
Yeah, I installed it this morning on the device I'm talking to you with now.
We've still got 5 members that have accepted the invite. So what I might need to do is to send the invite out again to people that have now installed Teams. So this is all about the Tuesday testing. It's not all tried. We're not trying to solve one problem all in one day before people go into full-blown panic mode. Baby steps. We won't leave anybody behind, and if it causes any problems, then we'll try our best to resolve them. So,
I'd just like to mention to Brian, that's all black on your Kyocera cartridge because yours is a laser. Don't throw the cartridge out or return it. Right. Keep it. Empty it out as much as possible. And as I mentioned before, you can buy the white toner powder.
Okay.
You drill a small hole into your cartridge. For some cartridges are refillable.
These ones they've got caps that pull off.
Right. Okay. In that case, then so I don't know how you'll clean out the rest of the powder. Maybe with a compressed air out, or your powder in, and then you make that's how you make your own ghost cartridge. That can print white.
I did ring a printer cartridge company about whether one was available for the printer, and they said no. And I said, could you do something like that? And they did say that there's an activator somewhere else that also has to be in place for white to work, and that's why it's only the Oki printer that does it. So I don't know whether they were just blowing smoke in my general direction. I don't know.
Well, how much is an Oki?
They were blowing smoke in.
Sorry, Michael. Go on.
An Oki printer new is here in Australia is roughly about $2,500–3,000. The one that I bought second hand was about $120, which is about £60.
We are. I mean, the object of the exercise with the Kyocera wasn't to do the ghost printing anyway. It was
no
to be able to do because it took the heavyweight card. Because I've just seen that Russ is asking in the chat, what weight card do you use? I think when I checked it out, I thought it said it officially says 250, but I think Brian found out that we'll go up to 300 gram.
Well, that was something else I was going to say. I think if you've got a half decent inkjet printer, look at what it says you can pass through it, because I think you've got probably 30 to 50 GSM leeway with what they say you can and what you actually can. I think obviously it's there to cover themselves in case it jams up. But the thickest I've run through that printer is 280, which is 30 above what it says it can.
Yeah, and that is 80 above what decal paper, because I think it's 200 on it decal paper. Yeah. And you can get some cracking good desktops that will do. Cracking good inkjets that will do the inkjet version of decals just as good as the laser ones. If you take your time. At the end of the day, if you're the type that restores a car in a day and expects everything to come together in a day, then you're rushing it and you're not giving anything a chance to dry. I like to have decals prepared at least a week in advance if I'm doing decals.
Ian's just mentioned for the Matchbox ones, I've been using 200 GSM because obviously they're slightly smaller boxes.
Yeah.
For the Dinky and Corgi ones, I've been using the 240. But as I say, it's just a question of getting the one that suits your needs. And the other thing is, I'm not entirely sure that the descriptions of some of these cards are entirely accurate, because I've got some 240 card that feels thinner than the 200, and I've got some 200 that feels thicker than the 250. So it's a bit odd. I don't know.
It's a bit like buying clothes for extra large men.
Yeah.
Some extra large men are like midgets, and some extra large men are like extra large men. It depends what country you get the paper from, and who's developed it. So
yeah,
I completely agree, Brian. I think it depends. Once you find a brand that works, go with it, stick with it. Fortunately, this all goes back to the part about having the same kind of printers.
So well, yeah, at least that way, if any of us get a problem, we've got something to compare it to.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's me done.
No, many thanks, Brian, for coming on and sharing what you found out about the printers.
No worries.
I know he's on the lookout. He's on the lookout for one for me and Andy, as I said. So
well, Andy's looking at his one on Tuesday.
Right. Okay.
And I'm just waiting for a response from the woman that's selling your one. Well, the one
okay, mate. Not a problem.
Yeah, so.
Where does that take us to? We've done one for we trade and exchange, repair shop, purchase of the week. Well, let's go with purchase of the week. Has anybody purchased anything this week? That's
yeah, I've just got something. I've just got I dropped on a quite a rarish triang. I've got it here. Triang crane lorry. I've gotten a bit of a bidding war tonight with it, but I won out on it. It's quite nice. It's complete, so you'll see that when it arrives. Hopefully, it will arrive for the end of this month's diecast purchases and stuff. Yeah, it's a template triang. I've not seen one. Well, I have seen one in the catalogue, but a long time ago. So that's quite good. I got that. I got a job lot come through today as well, so that's good. I got my Biscoffs from John. Again, John, cheers, buddy, mate. I'll be dunking them later, mate. I'm up my shed. Yeah. So,
Oh,
I got them.
Yeah.
So the biscuit.
And while Martin's scoffing the Biscoff, making the boxes for me, he's got all my purchases, so he can show them.
Oh yeah, they're down here. Yeah. I'm going to box them up for you. Yeah, I can show them. I can box them up. But when do you want them, Michael?
Well, yeah, so sooner rather than later now. Since I paid for that one to come out.
Yeah, okay, mate. I'll get them off to you probably Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. The only thing I was wondering whether that Pullman that came large, is that about the same size as the Corgi one? Or is it a little bit bigger?
What was it? The Pullman, the Mercedes?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see here. Yeah, you got that.
Yep.
You got a lot of trailers. Oh, here it is. Yeah,
Yes.
This one, I would say. Yeah, it's a little bit lower down. It's not as big and chunky as the other one, as a dinky one or whatever it is. Yeah.
Right.
I've got one here somewhere. I don't know where it is. In the cabinet somewhere. I'll get this as well. Just have a chat a second, and I'll dig my one out. We'll have a look.
Yeah.
I've
See,
got
I
one somewhere.
got
In amongst this
that
stuff.
one. It's not a Corgi one. I've forgotten what brand it is now. Hang on, I'll
Is that
I'll
one
bring
where
it
the
up.
windscreen wipers go backwards and forwards?
that's the Corgi one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is a Seiko. One that the one Martin was holding up. What's the Seiko?
That's right.
All up, including.
Here we go. Here we go.
12.5.
Here we go. Here we go. This is the dusty. Look at that. This is the Corgi one. There.
Years.
This is the Seiko one.
Wow.
Small, isn't it?
All
It
right.
is a
Yeah.
lot smaller, isn't it?
In that way.
That's all right.
Yeah. So you can see it's a lot shorter. I can't get a bloody camera. It's a lot shorter in height as well.
Yeah. So it's that's all of it. Yeah. So it's going to be a 160 odd scale.
It's a nice. It's got a nice engine in it. It's got a nice looking engine in it. Anyway.
Yeah. Opening doors, bonnet, boot lid.
Oh, it ain't got opening doors, Michael.
From what I'm.
It ain't got opening doors, mate.
Hasn't it? So it must be only bonnet and
It's only
boot.
bonnet and bonnet and boot, mate. Yeah, it's got the windows are down. Right,
Right. Yeah.
those windows, but yeah, it's got no opening doors, mate. Unless they're welded shut with paint, but
Yeah. Yeah. That's the whole point of getting these ones.
oh yeah, tell a lie, Michael. Tell a lie. Yeah, they were stuck with paint. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the doors do open. They were welded shut with paint.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, and you got the trailers, you got your boat, and you got your tractors that I'll give you. You got your Hillman Imp.
Lovely. Thank you.
You got your Seiko Transit.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you got,
That one was a bargain. That one.
Nice.
and you got your boat, your MTB.
Yeah, that's been with you for almost 12 months. That one.
Yeah. And then you've
But
got
just after I bought that one just after or just before we did the any TV or movie event, because that's what that boat's for.
Yeah. Right, I'll get them off to you then, Michael.
Ian saying, Brian, your Corgi Renault
Thank you.
16 Tour de France car is boxed up, ready to be posted Monday.
Fantastic.
Now, there you go. Purchase of the week. Anybody else purchased anything? Luke, you brought some. You had some spares and repairs. Didn't you come through?
No, God, I bought a few kits. I'm just grabbing one of them. The first one I got, the very second one, that's a 37 coupe Chevy.
Nice.
It's nice, though, isn't it?
I'll give that a bit of a custom paint job as well. I ended up buying 2 Chevy Impalas. That's a 64, and I've got a 63.
Can never have enough Impalas.
Say last night, for the bigger wheels, the tyres are missing. So the guy gave me a little bit of money back, which I don't mind because I can print them off anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's all I bought really.
Okay. I haven't purchased anything for a while, to be fair, which is pretty good for me because usually on a Saturday morning, money's disappeared out of my bank account after a Friday night in the tavern. But no, I've been quite good just lately. Brian?
The day's not finished yet.
Yeah, the day's still young.
Yeah, and obviously you haven't checked your PM because I sent you something from Antonio. It's only about £4.
I did see that, but the list when I clicked on it, the listing was no longer there.
I'll double check.
Yeah. Sorry, Brian. Go on, mate.
Well, one of the things, again, ignorance on my part, I thought all the little ones like this that I had when I was a kid were Matchbox, but they're not, are they? That's a budgie.
Yeah, you got Budgie, Crescent, Lone Star. Yeah.
Well, this particular scale, Martin, the very, very small ones. I had loads of those, so they must have been my old man's that I got passed down to me. So I've been on the lookout for some budgie ones.
Don't forget the Triangle 00. The Duplo, it's pronounced Duplo, but the 00. They're very small as well.
Okay.
Duplo.
But I found the website that has got all the covers of the boxes, only the front covers of the boxes for these, and there are at least probably 10 or 15 of them that I definitely had. So I managed to get that, and I managed to get the taxi, but that's the only two that I've got so far.
Good man. What about boxes for charabangs? Are they called?
I can, well, the thing is, I got sent a couple of links the other day by someone, and it's like a rabbit hole. You get into this site, and it just goes off like that. I mean, there's bits going everywhere. So, just actually saving these images or saving the bookmark so that you can go back and look again.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. Because you might get one guy that is fanatical about one particular type of models, and he's got this little website that nobody knows about. It's a bit like the YouTube channels. You know, you might have someone that specializes in one type of thing, and unless you're interested in that one specific thing, you're never going to find it. You know, because the YouTube algorithm won't find it. And the same with Google. Yeah, there
used to be a guy He didn't stay on YouTube for long. Don't know why, but he specialised in restoring the models of yesteryear. Australian guy, but then he just disappeared. So
other than the seats falling out, they are lovely models, aren't they? But nobody wants them.
Yeah, they are cheap, but the thing with them is, like you say, the seats. I've had somebody contact me this week about the seats. It's the Rolls Royce silver cloud, the silver ghost. They're the ones that fall up all the time. Whether they be on the ashtray or the pen thing, they're falling out all the time. They're notorious. It's a shame, really. But on that Rolls Royce, there is actually two sets of seats, two different styles of seats on them.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful. I didn't know until I went looking for somebody, and I got these two silver, and I thought, yeah, they're the same, and they weren't. They were different. One's connected to the front of the seat, and the other one is not connected. It's individual. And they're slightly different. But yeah, they're a bit of a minefield, some of them. But I think a lot of people collect them for the different liveries, especially for the vans and the trucks. You know, it's the different liveries they like to have.
Mm-hmm. So definitely budgies out there. Anyone got any budgies out there?
I've got loads of budgies. I've got loads of budgies.
All right. Kept saying I've purchased two Polistil 125 scale models, a Volvo 164 and a Jaguar XJ6. Jag.
You have to do it, Kev, don't you? You have to rub it in.
A little dig there, a little dig.
Actually,
I'm surprised he doesn't have Bohemian Rhapsody in the background when he does the Jag.
Yeah, I know where he lives, Michael. You forget that. I've got his address. I know where he lives. But no, I mean, the Polistil Jag was quite a nice one, actually. I've got a saloon one of them, and Michael sent me the resin wheels for them, didn't you, Michael? You give me a copy. So, yeah. No,
that was Luke.
No, you sent me some resin wheels for the Polistil XJ6 a while ago.
That were resin wheels. Yeah, they were hot.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, made copies from the one that I.
Alrighty.
Just goes to show we've got feeble brain.
We'll get to one of our favourite parts, and we'll have a look at what's been happening on Facebook this week. So if I share my screen, we'll have a look at the DMC.
For a fact, isn't it? Get that screen shared, PJ. Come on.
That screen share. Where's it going?
Here we go.
Well, I'm giving away everybody's email address there. Look, no good telling me it's private information. Look, I'll share it with everybody.
I'm going to have you on data protection.
Yeah.
You're almost suing you, mate. I want a new printer.
So, what have the Vision on music, obviously, behind us in the background playing. We haven't got.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Yeah, we'll have a Barbara's Quartet of Whistlers. Right. So, yes, live chat on YouTube. That'll be us then. Tony Borg, newish member. Hi, good morning, my friends. I turned my 1/18th Barago Porsche 356 Cabriolets into purple.
Yeah, a lot, man. Nice. I like that blue one in the middle.
Yeah, blue one's a cracker, isn't it?
Nice job. I'm on the wrong screen again. After much deep discussion, that's me talking about blah, blah, blah. Our friend Mr. Hulley went in search of a big bargain and got a bucket load of Corgers.
9 models, wasn't it? 9 models, 70
9
quid.
models, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Good deal.
This lot.
Monkey Mobile.
The green Hornet, Starsky Hutch.
There's a Lovejoy one in there as well.
There's the Monkey Mobile. The monkeys. So I think I won't say what price he paid, but he got a really good deal on those Corgis. He's got nine, I think, as Brian says. Mick Manley gifted to me by my good friend Mike David Williams. It was good to
Oh
see
yeah,
Mike.
Mike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, there's the beach buggy there's the beach buggy I did with the cover on
Is that
it.
the one that you've done? Yeah. What's,
Wow.
Oh, is that our Vauxhall Astra top there, number 12?
Yeah,
Looks like
GTE.
it, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
With Aussie there in the band as well.
Sierra and all that. Nah, mate, you can't have them, mate. Pass them on, son.
Charlie's Angels Van. John with his Jaguar sports car.
Nice.
DMC. Jaguar Lovejoy Morris Minor. That's the only lived twice. Toyota. And everybody's favourite Bond car, the Spree.
Yeah.
Fly bug me.
Ghostbuster car. That's nice. He did a good job of that.
Yeah, it's all right now. Yeah.
It's all right,
Mostly-
It ain't got the what's it thing on the top, is it?
I was going to say, but I didn't want to dig
yeah, but it's
too
not a
deep.
proper. It's not a proper. But at the end of the day, it's a damn good effort, isn't it?
It's a representation of it, you know, I guess.
Yeah.
No, who was it who said to me yesterday about the Batmobile and whether it should have clear glass or not?
Yeah, that was me. That
Yeah,
BJ.
so that's Luke is what I would class as the TV set. Well, it says it's got it. It's there. I've when you come up, I'll show you. I've got three of them here, but as you can see, clear canopy, stripes all around. That is the TV series version.
Has that got the
Bright
rocket launcher?
silver.
Andy donated me one to the early one with the blue screen. So,
Yeah.
but what I want to do is like that. I want to put the red stripes around it. So I think I'll go with a clear screen with it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see because if you can do it, I'll send you mine up. How you do the red striping? That's almost like a unicorn that everybody's after. Batmobile with the red stripes. Sorry, who was this? Brian.
That's that missing bit of the crane.
Yeah.
Easy fix up, right?
It was good to see that a couple of taverners met up. We haven't seen Mike for a while, but Mike and Mick and Mick met up in Ireland. Mike was I think he's gone on a weekend away. So it's good to see that the guys have got together. Our friend Jerry has had a load of Tamiya epoxy putty sent over to the States. He's in Texas. Oh, the
Yeah, that's my
lone
baby.
bag. There it is.
Yeah. Billy No makes jag stuck in an alleyway. Bad place for it.
Billy No makes, as you quite rightly said, unloved, unwanted. PB's got picked up a collection of cars. Another Batmobile there. Look at that for a truck. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's Batman.
It is. Burt Ward. Alberts.
Yeah, moving on.
Alfred.
Alfred, yeah.
Nice.
It's nice, that crane, isn't it? Is that the TV?
No, that's just a guy fixed to the lamppost. That one.
Oh, yeah. Telegraph type prop thing. Isn't it? That's a nice looking motor from PB.
Oh, nice.
Our friend Tony asking if ever he was after any of the following vehicles.
Yeah, super fast, aren't they? Nice collection, huh?
Nice collection.
Who's that?
Michael,
Okay.
let's put a video up
That's my
of
video.
Corgi Toys number
Yes,
301,
Griffo.
Auto Griffo.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got to send one of them to Montana. One of those. There's green, Luke. There you go.
Andrew West Caravan. What's the work doing to that?
I said leave it as it is.
Yeah, I was confused. I thought
You'd be
that he'd aged that.
Yeah, no, I thought, yeah, it's been weathered, hasn't it?
You reckon? And finally, we'll stop at Jimmy James, who's done a Corgi Volkswagen Type 3 gear.
Yeah, I like the colour, the black roof.
Nice.
The silver's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same one that that I'm currently starting.
Michael's also posted in the corner about that. Right, so there we go. Stop sharing. There we go then, boys. Well, we're just falling short of 2 hours. Anybody in the chat? Let's have a see. Brian, I've purchased, got to the Nick Jones page as Charbons and pictures of the boxes. Charbons? That's from
Carbon,
Jerry.
yeah, that's what I was on about. They're really tiny, really old cars.
Ian said if you want to get a more period finish than if the deco is sound, then the image will look about the same as the original sticker from either Dinky or Corby. They were never lacquered.
Yeah,
The stickers weren't lacquered. I'm not sure about the decals, but there was chunkier transfers back then anyway, weren't they? They weren't as thin as or as defined as they are, or shall I say that they're not as, back then they weren't as refined as they are now. They were quite chunky decals or water slide transfers as they were back then, like the old Airfix kits were quite chunky and they had a good ridge on them. Yeah,
I was wondering, whether with the transparent stuff, whether you could. No, you couldn't. No, okay. Whether if you put a mist coat of white paint on a transparent one.
You'd have to do it by stencil, wouldn't you?
Yeah. No, okay. Just thought.
Definitely.
Righty. I think we're at the bottom of the barrel then, chaps, aren't we? Unless anybody's got anything else.
Hot Wheels Elite did a 1/43 scale Batmobile 1966 with a clear screen and stripes.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I think I might have that actually. I've got quite a collection of Batmobiles, especially Hot Wheels ones. And I think about that.
The bit for that one there, so they should be here at some point next week, and then I'll get that built, get that out probably Thursday. So I'll show you how to do it, PJ, with the red.
Yeah. See how you get on with it. That'll be interesting. That's a video worth doing as well, that is, mate, if you think about videoing it.
Yeah, well, it will be.
Right. We haven't hit our 2 hour mark. We're only a few minutes short. So, my thanks to Luke, to Martin, to Brian for popping in, and Michael for filling in as well. To Laz, who's hopefully be back next week. Well, not next week, fortnight's time, when he's rested. Thank you to everybody in the chat, our irregular regulars. Join us every 2 weeks. Always a pleasure talking to you guys. Come and support us on the Facebook DMC group if you haven't already, and come and join us in the tavern if you haven't already. Although at the moment that's an ongoing process that we're battling through. We'll let everybody know, keep everybody informed how we're progressing with that. So from me, Luke, Martin, Brian, and Michael, have a good weekend, and we'll see you all soon.
Cheers, guys.
Half an hour.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Cheers.